Hi, Charlie McCann from Stan James. Welcome to preview of this weekend's big racing action. Here I am again in front of the Barcelona Bear. Remember, our Spain offer has been very, very popular. This, remember, is the cashback as a free bet if Spain lift the World Cup on July the 11th. Interesting, no money for England in that offer. All the money for Holland, Brazil. Would you move Spain as well? Spain out to 4-1 for the World Cup. Remember, money back with stanjames.com if Spain lift the World Cup on July the 11th. Quickly as well to the Irish 2,000 guineas. It's another classic weekend. We've got the 1,000 guineas declarations not through yet for that race, but we've got 13 to post for the Abu Dhabi Irish 2,000 guineas, and Aiden O'Brien looking for a hat-trick in the race. Remember, with Henry the Navigator and Master Craftsman have won the race the last 2 years. Well, he's got 6 of the 13 runners, and with Stan James we bet 4-6 that Aiden doesn't saddle, doesn't land the hat-trick. 4-6 he doesn't, and 11-10 he does. We bet 3-1 the field, 3-1 that's Canford Cliffs. Canford Cliffs, of course, second in the Greenham Stakes to his stablemate Dick Turpin. Dick Turpin, of course, has then finished second in both the Stan James.com 2,000 guineas and also the French equivalent last Sunday. And we've also got 3-1 Steinbeck. Now, Steinbeck is an absolutely fascinating runner. This was favourite for the Coventry Stakes at Royal Ascot last year, and then went wrong. He was made a very, very pleasing debut. I think maybe in conditions race, maybe even in listed class. Aiden O'Brien, they always thought this was a very, very good horse, but you could also argue they didn't rush this horse's preparation, because they also thought St Nicholas Abbey was a machine. Now, his 3-year-olds have been coming on for a run. But just, of course, as the season goes on, they're obviously going to be needing a run less, as you can imagine. But I think Steinbeck is an absolutely fascinating, and I think on fast ground, I really do think this one will take the world a beating. It's 9-2 then for fencing master. Aiden O'Brien, interviewed on at the races, I think today, Thursday, suggested that he needed a faster pace in the Guineas. Hence, there is no surprise, of course, that we have all these pacemakers. There's a number of these 6 Aiden O'Brien horses in the race, but I think it's fair to say that realistically we can only expect Steinbeck and fencing master. Extension is a 6-1 shot, 4th in the Guineas. And I think 3rd in the Dewhurst as well, for Clive Cox, and again John Frankham I know thinks speaks particularly highly of this horse. Maybe he needs slightly further. Kedadari, Noel Wallop, 7s and 8-1 respectively. They are very, very highly regarded as well. But it's 3-1 each of 2. It's evens the pair couples, Canford Cliffs and Steinbeck. Canford Cliffs, the apple of the eye of Richard Hannon. He's hit the bar. He's had 2 seconds and a third in the classics so far this season. Will he go one better in the Irish 2,000 guineas? 3-1 Canford Cliffs, 4-6 that anyone saddles the winner of the race other than Aiden O'Brien, and 11-10. He's got 6 to choose from, but I think it's fair to say that only fencing master and Steinbeck, and the fascinating runner Steinbeck, they are his realistic aspirations as well. Temple Stakes, Betfred Penn Temple Stakes at Haydock Park, one of the other feature races. Before 4-1 the field again. No, we can't split him. Bordelais Scott, no Group 1 penalty. Bordelais Scott winning the Nunthorpe and Equiano. Equiano, of course, won the stanjames.com Palace House Stakes last time. 4-1 each of 2. Kingsgate native, the Torgin horse. Tony Ells of the Racing Post, Newmarket correspondent, saw this one work on Wednesday and very, very bullish. Sir Michael Stout, of course, is the trainer now, and he was very impressive in the King George Stakes at Goodwood towards the end of last season. But I think it's fair to say that Sir Michael Stout does think that he's had a good run with this horse, and maybe think something special on a Saturday. 6-1 then for Blue Jack and Ben Bourne. Ben Bourne behind revitalised Marchand d'Or à Longchamp last Sunday. 6 days, but these sprinters can take, I think, 1 race a week, and I wouldn't be put off. It's 13-2 bar. That includes Total Galley. Total Galley, of course, has got a Group 1 penalty. That'll probably stop Stan Moore's charge. 4-1 each of 2. The other Group 1 race of Saturday is the Tattersall's Gold Cup and Fame and Glory. Remember that great battle between Fame and Glory and See the Stars in the Epsom Derby last year. He went on to win the Irish Derby. He's the 13-8 on favourite, the Irish Derby winners, Fame and Glory, to win the other Group 1 race, the Tattersall Gold Cup. 9-4 then for Cutlass Bay, 8-1 for Glass Harmonium, and it's 11-1 bar. But the Irish 2,000 guineas, 4-6 anyone other than Aiden O'Brien. 11 to 10, but Aiden O'Brien saddles a hat-trick of winners for the Abu Dhabi Irish 2000 Guineas. Be lucky.